Hi folks, it's Brian with BG Model Workshop, and we're doing a final on our Rustification Nation group build hosted by Chopper Baldwin over at Chopper's Rusty Customs, home of Rustification Nation. Hey, if you don't have one of his shop cards, here's his email down here. Go ahead and send him a note. Ask for one of his cards. I'm sure he'd be very happy to do a swap with you. All right, guys. We also want to say thanks to James over at Jim's Model Car Garage. Finally got the card, Jim. I've been looking forward to getting this for a while, and I must say that I do have this one in the stash. I am looking forward to building that guy there, and I love the surf rod take on the wagon. I think it's a '66 Chevelle wagon. I'm a little iffy on that one there, but as Mrs. BG is liking over here, that is a beautiful engine bay. So thank you very much for the card, sir. And then we also want to say thank you to Mr. Bob Boosking for a shop card. Bob has the Rusty Spud Aerodrome, and if you're a fan of Rusty Spuds, then that's the Aerodrome for you. And down here, Bob says that he is a model craftsman, and that's no lie, because he surely is. He also sponsored the Cancer Awareness Group build back this year, back in October, and he did a bang-up job with that, so I'm really hoping that he does that again this year. All right, so let's get on to the car. We'll show you that in just a second. The Monogram Classic Cruiser, the 32 Street Rod, officially sponsored by, licensed by Ford. Beautiful little kit, very fun to build. It went together nicely. It is molded in white. I was afeared that it was going to be in this blue color, but I was incorrect. Light on detail, but big on fun, I guess is the best way to say it. It says it's skill level 2, and I can't disagree. It does have a nice little small block engine in there. It's very generic, but it still lends itself to detail very nicely. And this is what we did with it. We made it pretty. That's right. I think rust is pretty. So, the backstory on this dude. You remember old Joe Hot Rod that did the 29 Ford pickup, the blue Bandito kit? Well, he was digging around in the barn, and he happened to find this guy buried under a couple of hay bales. And he figured, hey, I got that 29 running. Let's see what we can do with this 32. So he tossed in a small block engine and updated the running gear, got the brakes working, took it over, got the new tires put on there, where the kid at the tire shop promptly lost one of the hubcaps, so he had to go to the junkyard and dig out another one. But the actual deal with this is he figured, I'm only going to get it running. I'm not going to worry about the bodywork at all. He did need to get a new hood, so that's why he went off and ordered a nice louver job there from the catalogs. And he took it over to the upholstery shop because he wanted to be comfortable while he was driving his rod. So the guy at the upholstery shop's like, hey, why'd you bring it over for upholstery? Why don't you get the body work done first? And old Joe's like, what's wrong with the body? And the guy's like, well, it's kind of rusty and crusty and stuff. And old Joe's like, yeah, and? So it's, you know, it's lived its life, it's telling its story. So there you have it. That's why we like old Joe Hot Rod. He's a good dude. So we did some jeweler file action on the fenders and a little bit on the body too, but down here on the running boards, looks like somebody might have high-sided this on a log or something like that at one time. There's some notches and stuff taken out of the fenders here. We did do the salting technique for the paint job. We did a rust oxide primer, and then we did the gray, and then the actual body color. I'm not sure if 32's actually had a rust oxide primer underneath it. I'm not quite sure, but perhaps this had been sprayed once before in its life, and that's how it came out. So we did some rusting with some of my favorite pastels from the train shop. And then we also did a little bit of Ushi powder in here and there to bring up some bright work. Back over in the rear end here, we got a license plate hanger that's missing a screw. So it's kind of schleppy looking back there. And then old Joe's missing the gas cap, so he just stuffed a rag in the back there. He figures he'd be okay with that. And even though it's hanging directly over the exhaust pipe. So hopefully we don't get a backfire and a spark through there. Let's see. I've got some more chipping and such going along through the fenders here. Oh, up in the rumble seat cover. Got a nice little dent there. Let's see if we can catch some light on there just right. There we go. Nice little dent up there. Something must have fallen against it in its gears in the barn, and then somebody must have scratched something alongside here. A little bit of a scratch on the driver's side. But old Joe doesn't mind because it's a fun drive. Oh, yep, that's where that hubcap's supposed to go there. So the engine bay is really cute. Nice little small block. I did the air filter to look like a K&N style. And the radiator hose actually fits in there beautifully. Everything was just awesome. I know we're looking at black on black. I apologize. But on the core, on radiator core, I had tried to do a patina type of deal, and I did metallic brown, which is like a really super dark copper, and then a wash of flat olive green over the top of that. This guy here, and I think that's looking pretty cool. Again, the camera doesn't do it justice. Interior, I did that flat black and then glossed the seats and door panels to make it look like freshly installed vinyl. We just did the gloss with some Future and then a flat black floor pan. And I love the fact that they gave us gauge decals. The steering wheel's pretty sweet, but I do wish I had drilled out the holes rather than just painted them black because I didn't really do a good job of that. So pay no attention to that. And oh, there's the hubcap. Perfect. Good. Well, I guess we can put that back on later when we get back from the shop. All right, guys and girls. Hey, this was a fun build, the Rustification Nation group build. Thanks again to Chopper Baldwin for hosting this. It was an inspired idea. And I've seen a lot of guys out there doing their finals on this stuff, and they're just kicking it out of the park, guys. So kudos to all of you. And I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. I know that the humidity is going to be high. And you know who humidity is, right? He's the Greek god of sticky armpits. So, you know, take that as you will. So everybody have a great rest of your week, and we'll talk to you later. Bye now.